challenges you faced over the period of time?
The first believers in our idea were people that funded our crowdfunding campaign. That's how we started. We crowdfunded money from friends and family members, and that helped us get off the ground. And then we're a non-profit organization. We began to try and raise some more money in different ways, and there were a few key organizations.
That is really wonderful that your organization is non-profit, because we really don't have such opportunities commonly.
Yes, yeah. I mean, there isn't really a revenue model for what we are doing. We're not really a social enterprise. We're more of a civil society organization. And there were a few organizations after that, small foundations and charities that helped us out, and then we grew from there.
Right. So were there any prominent challenges that you kind of felt hard to tackle in the beginning?
There's lots and lots of challenges when you set up a non-profit organization, as you guys know. A big one is the governance of the organization. So creating a board of directors and getting the right people onto that board, and making sure that they help you in the ways that you need to grow the organization. Building the internal systems is another big one. How you organize your finances, and how you make decisions, and how you hire people and evaluate performance, and all of those sorts of things are also big challenges. But I think the biggest external challenge really when it comes to accountability is building trust. These are difficult issues that people don't always want to talk about or to deal with, and it takes trust in order to create those conversations and to generate the sorts of change that we might like to see. So that took a while and is still an ongoing process, but is a big challenge.
Right. So it might have also been difficult for you to find like-minded people, because not everyone sees that as a big issue, that youngsters do not have a platform to really ask for their rights.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone doesn't appreciate the importance of accountability, or they, for lots of very good reasons, need to focus on other things. But I think the good news is more and more young people are aware of their rights. More and more young people are aware of the role that they can play in their societies to change things, and that they do have power to do that.
Exactly.
We don't need to wait for politicians or other people who are older and more senior to tell us what needs to happen. We can create the change that we want to see, and that's part of what the Accountability Lab is trying to do, is to encourage that sort of thinking and that kind of action.
I'm really glad to hear that you are actually giving the youngsters platform to really voice their concerns, which is not very common in the current part of world we live in, actually in Pakistan. So there is a third question that I have for you, and it is, what does Accountability Lab do? How is it funded? How you made it self-sustainable?
The Accountability Lab really does three things. The first is that we run campaigns to get young people engaged in these conversations and actions. For example, we run one in Pakistan called Integrity Icon Pakistan, whereby anyone can nominate honest government officials, and we turn those winners, those honest government officials, into celebrities. To try and change the narrative around public service, and to help people understand that there are amazing people in government at all levels in Pakistan who are doing the right thing, and they are the kind of people that we need to support and help do more of their work. So that's an example of one campaign. We do a lot of training and knowledge building and support for young people.
I would be very interested to attend such a workshop or a training session. Like, I'm really interested suddenly.
Absolutely. We have a lot of training sessions. We have boot camps for young entrepreneurs. We have an incubator for civic activists called the Accountability Incubator.
That's amazing. But how is it all funded? That is what is, making me curious.
Yes. So we're a non-profit, as we discussed. So we're funded by governments and foundations mostly, and some individuals. So we write a lot of proposals for grants to places like the European governments and embassies and the American government, but also some foundations like the Open Society Foundation and others like that. And if people who are listening are interested in fundraising, I'm happy to do a separate workshop on that, because I know that that is a difficult challenge for many people who are starting organizations like this, and I think we've learned some lessons about how to do it over time. So happy to talk more about it.
Your organization might be an encouragement for the budding entrepreneurs who are thinking of similar things, but they do not really have a track to follow. So I have another question for you, which is, how many country chapters are there?
There are now 12 country chapters of the Accountability Lab.
Great, great.
Yes.
And what are those countries?
So in South Asia, it's Pakistan and Nepal. In Africa, it's South Africa, Zimbabwe, the Congo, DRC, Somalia, Nigeria, Liberia, Mali, Niger, and then in North and South America, it's the US and Mexico.
I'm really glad to hear this, that you Accountability Lab is really a global organization at this point, right? And it is really going to the smaller countries where they are not the target of such organizations, really. Like Somalia, not many people go there and work there. So I'm really impressed. So how and what does Accountability Lab focus there?
So we do the same things broadly in all of these different countries, campaigns, training, and then the third thing is citizen feedback and engaging citizens in decision making at the local level in these places. So it varies according to the context, because obviously Somalia is very different to Pakistan, for example. But throughout all of this, we have a increasing and important emphasis on women and on people with disabilities as well. We really want to support and encourage inclusion and accountability for equity for everybody.
What I believe is that in order to work in very different countries, you first have to understand their culture and really shape your idea according to theirs, so that they can kind of familiarize with it.
Absolutely. It's really important.
Anything you would like to highlight related to Pakistan chapter and its working?
We have an amazing team in Pakistan. I would encourage everyone listening and watching to be in touch with them if you're interested in these issues.
I am very interested. I'm soon going to get in touch.
Good, yeah, they're on social media. If you go to Accountability Lab Pakistan on Facebook or Account Lab PK on Twitter. We have a team in Islamabad and Multan. And
Multan as well.
Yes, we're doing a lot of work in universities, actually across southern Punjab and elsewhere around the country, and lots of creative campaigns.
I would suggest that you really consider Karachi as well.
Yes, we've done work in Karachi, and we would love to do more work in Sindh, all over Sindh, and in Karachi in particular.
Yeah,
city.
I think Sindh really needs its youth to come out and really talk about their issues and the things they're really repressing, because they think they do not have really a platform to speak up.
Yeah,
okay.
In big cities like Karachi, the accountability challenges can be even more difficult. So
difficult.
We need to do all we can. Absolutely.
Okay. So the last question that I have is basically coming from the audience that we have right now, and it is, how can one join Accountability Lab?
We would love to talk to anybody who's interested in our work. In Pakistan, we have lots of interns and volunteers and junior staff members, and there are many ways to get engaged. So please email us at info@accountabilitylab.org. I can put that in the chat if people are reading that.
Yeah, sure.
Or as I mentioned, Facebook is Accountability Lab. Pakistan, and Twitter is at Account Lab. Okay. So people can look us up and follow us and send us messages. And please do share what we're doing as well. We want to reach as many people as we can and build this movement of young people in Pakistan that are pushing for their rights, for accountability.
Thank you so much, Blair, for talking about your amazing organization. I am personally really impressed by your idea and your vision, and I really want more people to know about it. And I believe that it would have been a very, very productive session for our viewers. And I wish you all the best for all the endeavors that you're doing globally. Like, this was something that I didn't know at first, but now I really appreciate the work you are doing. And it was amazing, and I believe that more people join your organization and take advantage of the opportunities that they are getting. Thank you so much, Blair, for joining. It was really nice talking to you in Lit'EdTech.
Thank you, Maliha. Gracias.
Khudafis.